Jaya. Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashoda. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashoda. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashoda. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashoda. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodan. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashoda. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radha Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Subhadrama Jaya Sudarshana Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai Vishnu Pada Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Ashtottarashata Shri Śrīmad Abhacharana Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Vishnu Pada Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Ashtottarashata Shri Śrīmad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaja Prabhupada Ki Jai. Grandaraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 15, chapter entitled The Pandavas Retire Timely, text number 49. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रे। तद्वाग् विसर्गो जनताग विप्लवो यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमबद्धवद्वपि नामानन्तस्य यशोन्कृतानि यत् शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवः। विदुरः अपि परित्यज्य प्रभासे देहमात्मनः कृष्ण आवेशन तत् चित्त प्रतिभिः पितृभिः स्वक्षयं ययौ विदुरोऽपि परित्यज्य प्रभासे देहमात्मनः कृष्णावेशन तच्चित्त पितृभिः स्वक्षयं ययौ विदुरोऽपि परित्यज्य प्रभासे देहमात्मनः कृष्णावेशेन तच्चित्त पितृभिः स्वक्षयं ययौ विदुरोऽपि परित्यज्य प्रभासे देहमात्मनः कृष्णावेशेन तच्चित्त पितृभिः स्वक्षणं ययौ। प्लीज रिसाइट। विदुरोऽपि परित्यज्य प्रभासे देहमात्मनः कृष्णावेशेन तच्चित्तः पितृभिः स्वक्षयं ययौ। विदुरोऽपि परित्यज्य प्रभासे देहमात्मनः कृष्णावेशेन तच्चित्त पितृभिः स्वक्षयं ययौ। Anyone else? विदुरोऽपि परित्यज्य प्रभासे देहमात्मनः कृष्णावेशेन तच्चित्तः पितृभिः स्वक्षयं ययौ। विदुरोऽपि परित्यज्य प्रभासे देहमात्मनः कृष्णावेशेन तच्चित्त पितृभिः स्वक्षयं ययौ। विदुरोऽपि परित्यज्य प्रभासे देहमात्मनः कृष्णावेशेन तच्चित्तः पितृभिः स्वक्षयं ययौ। विदुरः Vidura, the uncle of Maharaja Yudhishthira. Api also, Parityajya, after quitting the body, Prabhase, the place of pilgrimage at Prabhasa, Dehamatmanaha, his body, Krishna, the personality of Godhead, Aveshana, being absorbed in that thought, Tat, his chittaha, thoughts and actions, Pitribhi, along with the residents of Pitruloka, Svakshayam, his own abode, Yayo, departed. Translation, word to word meaning translation, purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. Translation, Vidura, while on pilgrimage, left his body at Prabhasa because he was absorbed in the thoughts of Krishna. He was received by the denizens of the Pitruloka planet, where he returned to his original post. Please repeat. Vidura, while on pilgrimage, left his body at Prabhasa because he was absorbed in the thoughts of Krishna. He was received by the denizens of the Pitruloka planet, where he returned to his original post. Purport. The difference between the Pandavas and Vidura is that the Pandavas are eternal associates of the Lord, the personality of Godhead, whereas Vidura is one of the administrative demigods in charge of the Pitruloka planets and is known as Yamaraj. Men are afraid of Yamaraj because it is he only who awards punishments to the miscreants of the material world. But those who are devotees of the Lord have nothing to fear from him. To the devotees he is a cordial friend, but to the non-devotees he is fear personified. As we have already discussed, it is understood that Yamaraja was cursed by Manduka Muni to be degraded as a Sudra, and therefore Vidura was an incarnation of Yamaraj. As an eternal servitor of the Lord, he displayed his devotional activities very ardently and lived a life of a pious man, so much so that a materialistic man like Dhritarashtra also got salvation by his instructions. So by his pious activities in the devotional service of the Lord, he was able to always remember the lotus feet of the Lord, and thus he became washed of all contaminations of a Sudra-born life. At the end he was again received by the denizens of the Pitruloka and posted in his original position. The demigods are also associates of the Lord without personal touch, whereas the direct associates of the Lord are in constant personal touch with him. The Lord and his personal associates incarnate in many universes without cessation. The Lord remembers them all, whereas the associates forget due to their being very minute part and parcels of the Lord. They are apt to forget such incidents due to being infinitesimal. This is corroborated in the Bhagavad Gita 4.5. Om Ajnanatimrandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Mano Vishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Tatati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamshcha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhishta Kripa Sindhubhya Vicha Patitanam Pavnebhya Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari. Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangam gayate girim. Yat kripa tamaham vande Shri Gurum Deenatarinam. Shri Paramananda Madhavam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Ishwaram. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale. Śrīmate Bhakti Vikasa Swami Namane. Hare Krishna. So welcome everyone for this today's Bhagavatam class. And I seek the blessings of the senior Vaishnavas who are here so that I can speak as it is from the purport. So here in this verse, Viduropi parityajya prabhase dehamatmanah Krishna veshena tatchitta pitrubir swakshayam yoyo. So yesterday we heard from the previous verse that how Pandavas, they attained the spiritual world by pure consciousness and by practicing by constant remembrance. It is said here that thus by pure consciousness due to constant devotional remembrance they attain the spiritual sky, which is ruled over by the Supreme Narayana, Lord Krishna. This is attained only by those who meditate upon the one Supreme Lord without deviation. So without any deviation, so Pandavas, as we know, Pandavas are the personal associates of the Lord. So that's why they are in this verse, in this today's purport also Prabhupada says, because Pandavas are eternal associates of the Lord and they are in personal touch with the Lord always. So obviously they are always constantly remembering the lotus feet of the Lord, even without the presence of the Lord. We know that how Arjuna, when he comes back, how he expresses that now Krishna is not here in this world. He has returned back to his abode. So Arjuna was expressing and he was feeling so much. By his words we can understand that his devotion was in which level, his consciousness was in which level, as it is said, in pure consciousness, in pure Krishna consciousness. He was remembering that he gave the Bhagavad Gita instructions, and I am feeling the separation. When Lord leaves the devotees, so devotee will feel separation from the Lord. So all this we have seen in the previous verses, how Yudhishthira Maharaj, so they retired timely. It means that once they have understood that now our duties, they have given all their duties to the next generation, to Pariksit Maharaj, and now they retired timely and they left everything. They wore saffron robes and they just left. So, because they were completely in the absorption of Krishna, so they have attained the spiritual world without any deviation. This abode of the Lord Sri Krishna was known as Goloka Vrindavan. It cannot be attained by persons who are absorbed in the material conception of life. But the Pandavas, being completely washed of all material contamination, attained that abode in their very same bodies. So they have attained, mentioned here, that they have attained the spiritual world with their same bodies. Now how to understand this? Generally when Lord comes, there is no difference between his body and his soul. But when the Parshadas, when the Lord's associates, they come, sometimes it is said that they have to take a material body and then like pure devotees. There is no difference between, although they, Shri Shri Radha Madhav ki jai, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Shri Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mayi ki jai. Pure devotees, when they come taking a task of delivering the conditioned soul from the material world, they may take a material body, but still their material body is non-different. But it is not non-different from their original, the soul, because they are completely in the absorption of Krishna. It is difficult to understand. They are in the material body, but still it's not considered as material. It's completely spiritual. So similarly, Pandavas, they have reached the abode of the Lord with the same bodies. So similarly, Vidura here in this today's verse, so he also decided to quit from his present body. So Vidura, he went to Prabhasa. Prabhasa is Dwaraka, yes, near Somnath, where Krishna, he left to the spiritual world, the same place. He chooses the same place and he goes there. And with complete absorption with Krishna, he was received by the denizens. So he left his body at Prabhasa and with complete absorption of Krishna. So after leaving his body, he was back with the same post. He is Yamaraj. We know that Vidura is Yamaraj, and he was cursed by Manduka Muni. And there is a story behind it. So I will, although we all know the story, still we will try to hear it again, because such stories will never get bored. Material stories in this material world are always boring. Our stories, our life stories, they are always boring. Of course, devotees' life stories are transcendental. So, in his Manduka Muni, he was in his hermitage, and some thieves, they robbed something, some valuables, jewelry and some valuables, and they were searching for some place not to hide. Soldiers were chasing them, and they went to the hermitage. Manduka Muni, he was in meditation, and they went to his hermitage and they left all these valuables in his ashram, and they just went and hidden somewhere. And the soldiers came in search of him, and they were searching here and there, and somehow or other they caught the thieves. And they also searched in the ashram of Manduka Muni. They were all the valuables were there, and they took the rishi also, Manduka Muni also, to the magistrate, to the judge, or to the king. And they all decided that, okay, he is also the culprit. He was also involved in this robbery. And then he got a severe punishment. That he was punished on it's called Shula. Yeah, his body was pierced with the Shula. That was the punishment given for this. And when Manduka Muni left his body and went to Yamaraj, so he asked Yamaraj, why I was punished without there was no any mistake from my side. I didn't do anything, but why I was punished so, so severely. Then Yamaraj says that in your previous life or in the same life, previous life? Same life. Yeah. So when you were a child, you pierced an ant with a needle. So that's why you got this punishment without any of your mistake. So you can see how the karma acts. We don't know how the karma acts, For even sometimes it is very subtle. Very difficult to understand the karma siddhanta. Sometimes it is very micro, very minutely. It acts suddenly. Sometimes you may get the reaction for the sinful activity immediately, or sometimes you may be judged later also. So it's very difficult to understand. So suddenly something very weird things happen. Immediately we get absorbed with some material things. We may leave the association of devotees or start doing some nonsense. Immediately some changes happen. Karma is always behind us. Of course, by practicing devotional service purely, all this is taken away. All this is removed actually. So Manduka Muni, he curses Yamaraj. But how? I was a child. I was a small child, and I don't know what is right or what is wrong. How will you judge me like this? How will I get such kind of punishment? No. So because you didn't judge properly, because you didn't do it properly. You don't know what is Dharma. So he was telling this to Yamaraj. Because your judgment was not right, so you take birth as a Sudra, ignorant Sudra. So then curse, according to the curse, he has taken birth in a Kuru dynasty to a maid servant, who was impregnated with Vyasadeva. So Vidura, he takes birth in this maid servant's womb, and we know how he led his life. As Srila Prabhupada says here, that Vidura led his life very piously. It is said, as an eternal servant of the Lord, he displayed his devotional activities very evidently and lived a life of a pious man. So he was, obviously he's a pure devotee of the Lord, and he was always meditating on the lotus feet of the Lord, and he led a life of a pious man. Pious man in the sense, practicing devotional service, always remembering Krishna. Smartavyam satatam Vishnur, nismartavyam najatusit. So this is how the pure devotees, they always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. So Vidura was Yamaraj, he incarnated as Vidura. And we have to understand in another sense also that all this was also a plan that Yamaraj also should come and assist the Lord in his service. We know that Dhritarashtra, how he chastises Vidura. You are living like a slave animal here with the Pandavas and eating. Everything you left, in war, everything he left, everything was gone away, and now you are being taken care by the Pandavas. So he chastises him like anything. By his chastisement, so Dhritarashtra, he got detachment. Then he goes for meditating, and he got by penance, he got salvation. So pure devotees, whenever they speak, they speak harshly, but that harshness is in the beginning it is like it's very not so easy to the heart. It is not so easy to take it. But when we take it, then it is nectar. When we practice it, then it is nectar. We may be chastised, we may be thrown away somewhere. Sometimes Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Vikas Maharaj, suddenly he sees some devotees and he will say, go there and preach. But there, if you go, there is no any devotee, only one or two devotees, and a small preaching center. But here, there are so many devotees. So sometimes we feel when there are so many devotees and then all the programs, everyone dancing nicely, nice prasadam, then it is very nice. It is very pleasing to the heart. But suddenly when you are thrown away somewhere, go to Africa and preach, like or Palace. Radhanath also was asked by Maharaj to go and preach in Malawi. He immediately took it. But there, if you go and see, there is no one, only 1-2 devotees. Devotee doing arti and he is also singing Mangalarti. So like that, it happened to me also. I also experienced like that in Sri Lanka. So it is when pure devotees, when their instructions are in the beginning difficult to take, but at the end it is like nectar when you really take it and practice. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitite Koryaikya. So every day we sing in Guru Puja. So we have to take Guru's instructions to our heart sincerely. And when we accept them, when we do that without any other considerations, any other material considerations, then we'll become the most happiest person in practicing devotional service. So Srila Prabhupada here in the purport, he says, so by pious activities in devotional service of the Lord, he was able to always remember the lotus feet of the Lord. And thus he became washed of all the contamination of Sudra born life. So although Vidura was, Sudra means ignorant, he doesn't know anything. What is Suchi Muchi, what is right, what is wrong. He lives like a it's like contaminated person. In other words, he is like low in consciousness and not pure. But being Yamaraj in his previous life, and being always a pure devotee of the Lord, he is none other than we know that Yamaraj is Mahajana. Mahajana means there only there it's mentioned in Bhagavatam. What is the verse? Swayambhu Narada Shambhu Kumara Kapila Manu. Can you say the sloka, Prabhu? Prahlada Janako Bhishmo Balir Ikshwa Balir Vaya Sakir Vayam. Yeah. So Yamaraj says this to Yamadutas. When the Yamadutas were confused, because Ajamila, they went to bring Ajamila, and Ajamila suddenly, while leaving his body, he chants Narayana, calling his son. Immediately Vishnu Dutas will come, and they had an argument, they had a discussion why he should not be taken. Vishnu Dutas will speak about Dharma and all this, about the power of the holy name. Then Yamadutas got confused and comes back to Yamaraj. And first question they will ask, Yamaraj will first say, so you look very confused, what is the problem? And immediately they say, first tell me, who is the Supreme? Who is the judge giving the Supreme Personal? Because we know, as we are here with associating with you, we know that you are the only Dharma Raj. But when we went to bring Ajamila, this sinful person, that Devatas, they looked like Devatas, but they had 4 hands, they were very beautiful, and they came and they stopped us. Please tell us who is Supreme. Then Yamaraj, he explains them. And by explaining, he says this verse, that not only me, there are so many other Mahajanas who know that what is actually Dharma is. So what is Dharma? Dharmantu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Dharmantu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Whatever is done for the pleasure of the Lord, in the loving devotional service, which is called bhakti, that is a real dharma of the soul. That is an eternal dharma of the soul, which cannot be taken away by anyone. This devotional service is there within us, which cannot be taken away by anything else. It can be covered. It can be covered by this illusion, Maya, but it cannot be taken away. It will be revived when we practice Krishna consciousness, when we associate with devotees, when we hear Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, when we become a devotee of Krishna by chanting his holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So whatever state we may be, whatever we may be a mlecha. We know when Srila Prabhupada went to the Western countries, they were all mlechas, even lower than Sudras. But they also got this mercy. They also, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, by the mercy of the Guru Parampara, in that line, by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they also, who were very sinful in their daily life, they were performing sinful activities, but they were also, they also became eligible to become a servant of the Lord, because this devotional service is there within. So you know how Srila Prabhupada took the struggle. It's not so easy for a person who is in that old age to take these instructions of his Guru Maharaj. We are being in a young body, we are unable to take even a small service, we are unable to do it properly. There will be some loops here and there, but Srila Prabhupada, he took this big task of spreading Krishna consciousness all over the world, and he became successful by the mercy of Krishna, by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And it is he only who can do this, because the previous acharyas, they can also do that, but he left the credit to Srila Prabhupada, because they know that Srila Prabhupada will come and he will do this task of spreading Krishna consciousness all over the world. Otherwise, how we can, Gadadhar Krishna Prabhu is here, how he will be somewhere else. Krishna consciousness was not there in Poland. Poland is somewhere in Europe. It's a very, somewhere in the Europe, and it's very cold country. Always there is snowfall. And he came from there to here, and here he's chanting Hare Krishna. He's speaking from Bhagavatam, and he's showing an example to everyone. So this is the power of Krishna consciousness. It can change anyone. No. In other words, this is the only way which we can come out of this material world. Only the devotional service. Otherwise, there is no any other way to come out of this material world. We will again and again will come back to this material world. We'll get entangled. So we have to take this to our heart actually. Like how Srila Prabhupada took to his heart. Chittite Koriya Aikya. We have to take this to our heart, and we have to do it very rigidly, very sincerely. And by the mercy of our devotees and by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, then it is possible for us to go back to the abode of the Lord. Like how Pandavas, they went. Vidura, because he is already posted as Yamaraj, so he went back to his original post as being a Dharmaraj. So he went back to his original post. Hare Krishna. If anyone has any questions, comments.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
So, in this section, we see that although this Marnukya did not do anything like very intentionally, but he was punished. So, I was just questioned by one boy, so I'm just asking you that many times our acharyas, they call Maya Devi as a witch. What is that? Ausadhi Maya. Pisachi. And she is a Vaishnavi, she is serving Krishna.
Yes.
So how can we, like it is like a Vaishnava Aparadh, because we are calling her as a Pisachi. So, this was questioned like by one boy, so I was asking you.
It is Pisachi for the sinful people, for the karmis. For devotees, she is always Vaishnavi. Her another name is Vaishnavi. So in this material world, Maya's potency is like that. And that's why Krishna also says, Mama Maya Duratyaya. This Maya is this external energy, this Mama Maya is very difficult to overcome. So only when one surrenders to Krishna, she becomes favorable to the devotee. Then she is not Mahamaya for us. She becomes very favorable for us. But only when we are sincere in devotional service. If you are like pseudo type of devotee, then she again starts to pierce with the Trishul. Should not become a pseudo devotee. Should become a sincere devotee.
So, like question is that because she is also doing her service, which Krishna has assigned to her. So,
yes.
So how can we call her as Pisachi? Like calling, like it is an abuse.
Yes, Prabhu, please.
एक्चुअली किसी को भी भूत चढ़ गया तो पागल जैसे बिहेव करते हैं. सो इन द सेम वे जब पर्सन इज इन्फ्लिक्टेड विथ माया देवी, so he will not behave in his original constitutional position. He will behave mad, like he thinks body to be self, and then to satisfy the body he will do so many sinful activities. So it's mad person.
Yes, Prabhu.
So जैसे भूत चढ़ गया तो उनका नेचुरल पोजीशन, नेचुरल जैसे बिहेव नहीं करेगा, वैसे ही जब माया चढ़ गया तो वो पागल, आई मीन नॉर्मली नहीं बिहेव करेगा. सो इसलिए उधर माया उस कंटेक्स्ट में पिशाची करके बोल सकते हैं ऐसा.
So his question is, can we call her like that? It becomes an offense.
नो, एक्चुअली उसका मीनिंग समझ में आया तो कोई ऑफेंस नहीं है. मीनिंग क्या है? माया देवी माया है, बिकॉज यू आर नॉट बिहेविंग प्रॉपरली, सो फॉर यू शी इज लाइक, शी हैज बिकम लाइक ए पिशाची. जब पिशाची हमारे ऊपर छिड़ गया तो हम कैसा बिहेव करते हैं? वी ईट सो मच और यू नो वी ड्रिंक सो मच, वी कैन गो एंड किल समवन, ऑल दिस थिंग्स विल हैपन. सो माया का इफेक्ट, इसलिए हम सब लोग भौतिक संसार में ऐसा मिसबिहेव कर रहे हैं. सो इन दैट कॉन्टेक्स्ट, सो टेक इट इन राइट कॉन्टेक्स्ट.
Hare Krishna. Any other questions? Ishan Gaur Prabhu can add. Please, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
When we are behaving appropriately, then Maya is good, right? Is what Prabhu is saying. Yesterday night, till 3 o'clock, neighborhood, they play loud music, they dance overnight, they disturb everyone. And it's a Durga Devi puja. So is it appropriate to please Maya Devi? They were
Definitely we know that it's not appropriate. She will never get pleased by doing all this that nonsense things. Definitely she will not accept their worship. Conditioned souls, why they worship Maya Devi? For first thing they think that she is the mother of all the living entities. And that's why they say Mata. But Prabhupada says in one place that they are worshipping Maya Devi so that they can nicely, that they can sleep on her lap nicely. And Maya Devi, what she does? She Avarnatmika Shakti, Prakshepatmika Shakti. She will, by her potencies, she will make them dull, and she will keep them here only. And this kind of worship which they are doing in the present age, that she will never accept. Killing unnecessarily so many animals, putting all this, like disturbing everyone. They drink, they dance, so many things. That is never any kind of spiritual thing. For them it may be because they are ignorant, they are doing like that. They feel happy actually. It is like kind of some psycho kind of mentality. They feel happy when they put this disco song, so much, they feel very happy. Or this should boom everyone. Something is happening here. Because they are ignorant, because they are having this psychic mentality. That's why. Ultimately they are in Maya, that we have to understand. Hare Krishna.
So, Prabhuji, if that is not an appropriate behavior to please Maya, why in that ignorance they come to the Krishna consciousness and they just dance and enjoy, and whatever way they are doing there, they can do it here. So if you want to please Maya, I mean, what is the appropriate way to please Maya? Why there is no system if they want to remain with the Maya? I mean, what way they should do to please Maya? I mean, they are not doing anything, not in Krishna consciousness, not even able to please Maya. What they are doing? Is there any lesson for them to stay properly even connected to the Maya?
Maya Devi is pleased when we please Krishna. Because Krishna is the root. No need to separately do special worship for her. She is automatically pleased. When we give food to the stomach, automatically all our bodily organs will get energy. So similarly, all the demigods, they are all given that post. She is superintendent, Prabhupada says. She is superintendent of this prison, this material world prison. So, no need to separately give special worship to her. When we worship Krishna, then automatically she gets pleased. No, everyone will get pleased if we worship Krishna. No need to separately do it to anyone. So this we have to, by regularly speaking to the preaching, by distributing books, this will happen. Our mission is only preaching. Hare Krishna. गंधराज श्रीमद्-भागवतम की जाय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जाय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जाय।